they can join us. But keep in mind, this call is definitely recorded. So if you want to come back to the resource, you may. So I am Josei Harris, luxury spa curator, wellness coach and mentor, and the founder of Blackfella Spa and Wellness. And we have Miss Jasmine here from FSC First. So I wanted to open this call up to you guys in the community just to share such a powerful resource with you all. So if you have questions, when you have questions, please do not hesitate. This is an open conversation and forum. Please put your questions in the chat for us, and we will get to those questions as well. But I do have a short list of questions that people have submitted in advance. So again, I want to make an introduction to Ms. Jasmine Forbes. She is one of the key people at FSC that assisted me with scoring my working capital that I needed for the spa. So please introduce yourself.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jasmine Forbes with FSC First. I'm one of the business development associates. Previously, I was one of the Level Up program coordinators. So Josie and I go way back. Here at FSC First, we were founded in 1978. We're here based in Prince George's County, and we help those small businesses get the support that they need, the resources that they need in order to be successful.
So one of the big questions, I'm just going to dive right into it, right? Because I know we only have like about an hour. And again, ask those questions, guys. If you hear something that's impactful and you love it, you can drop me a butterfly. You guys know I love butterflies and things like that. But ask the questions. The only stupid question is the one that you didn't ask. Because I promise you, the information that you are going to exchange and need, someone else it needs it or is probably wondering the exact same thing. So the big question that I got was, what makes FSC First so different? What is a CDFI?
So a CDFI is a community development financial institution. We exist to serve those communities that are traditionally underserved. So a lot of times those are Black and brown businesses that are unable to get funding the traditional way. We do serve everybody, but we noticed that there was a very specific need in certain communities. So we're also a certified development company, which means we're a certified SBA lender. We're a trusted SBA lender. So businesses who are looking to get property, heavy equipment for their businesses, they don't want to lease anymore, they're ready to purchase, we're able to support them in that as well.
And that's my next move. I already told them when I signed my last check, I said, the next time I see you guys, we will be buying a building. But what I want you guys to know about this resource is they meet you where you are, right? One of the things that I found super attractive about FSC First is that they can micro lend guys from up to like $1,500 just to get you started, get you a relationship, all the way to like $5 million. Like, that deserves a butterfly. I don't know. I'm talking about real money. So one big thing as well that I have to be very clear on is FSC First. When you look at a CDFI, they are not banks. They don't do any transactional things. You can't go to them and have a checking account or a savings account. They literally are designed to put money into the community to make an impact, right? So I'm going to just go to the next question that I have here. How does FSC First evaluate risk? Do they look beyond credit scores? And I got to tell you guys, I did dress the questions up a little bit because the real question was, they're going to check my credit. Are they going to say yes? So please, Jasmine, tell us more about that.
Yes, so I would like to say we underwrite holistically. We do love to see your credit score. We do pull your credit score, but that's going into the second phase of your process. So there's a couple of phases. You have your initial phase, which is the inquiry phase. So you're talking with a business development officer like myself or another one of my colleagues. You're kind of just seeing what you're able to access through us. Once you're approved, once you're like, oh, this is a green light, we're going to do our best to kind of send you down to underwriting. With underwriting, a lot of things that we do look for, even in the beginning stages, is the ability to repay those debts.
Yes.
If your business is not cash flowing, your debt to service ratio is going to be a bit lower, and that's going to be a little bit of an alarm to us. We don't want the business to struggle making payments.
So what I would take away from that statement, and also my own experience, one of the reasons that I wanted to put this call together and share this resource with you guys is because I didn't understand what community banking was. I had no idea that it existed. And I actually kind of got a little bit frustrated because I was like, why don't we know about this? I feel like it should be on every Metro bus going up and down the street if you ask me, but no one did. But, but I couldn't believe, and through the lending process, it was so unique because I will tell you guys, usually when I go in for any type of line of credit, credit card, loan, any type of product, as the banks call them, they're usually, just be aware that banks are selling you products. When I came to FSC First, it was a totally different experience. No one was trying to sell me a product. They were trying to place resources. So the first thing that they asked me for was a prospectus. They said, Josie, what are you going to do with the money? Do you have a business plan? And I was like, of course I do. But not only that, you guys actually helped me. And I was in 2 of their programs concurrently. That's how serious I am about business, right? And this business. And I tell people, you really, really, really have to make a decision that if this is what you want to do, you want someone to help you, give you working capital, give you lines of credit, give you funding and money to scale your business, start your business or grow it. You need to be minding your business. You need to be very, very seriously vested in what's going on in order for someone else to believe in you. So I was in 2 of their classes concurrently and they didn't even know it. They offer free training. You guys, people charging thousands and thousands of dollars for consulting and training. FSC First, as a community partner, is offering this training and development free. And they actually were in there, the business plan that they asked me for. I went to a class, and what's that resource, the tool that you guys gave us? It was like
Live Plan. So Live Plan is our in-house resource tool that we use for business planning. Over 500 templates. We used it in our 0 to 100 accelerator that Josie was a part of. It's a very robust tool, and it kind of takes the traditional paper pen. It's in a locked away, it's dusty. We're putting it back. Very living document.
Easy. And that plan, they gave it to us free. So it allowed me to refine my business plan. It was almost like, I felt like it almost chat GPT my business plan, just to give you guys something you can conceptualize. And then not only that, it broke it up so that it was a real live working plan where I could see where I am, where I need to be, how do I accelerate things in my business, where are the gaps, where am I spending too much, and so forth. So I don't care if you're someone who's starting and you're like, I don't have a business plan. The way that resource is designed, you pump in anything that's in your brain and it maps it out into an actual tangible plan that you can give to your associate at FSC First to say, this is what I'm thinking. Can you guys help me bring this to fruition? Right. So another question that I see, I think it was like a new business person, and they were like, I'm new. I haven't ever had anything before, no loans or no business credit cards. What funding options exist for businesses under 2 years old?
Microloans. We are startup friendly. We are. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you all lend to people who are 2 years and under. Just because you're 2 years and under, that doesn't mean that your business plan is not viable, your idea is not viable. And oftentimes there are grants that are available to you. There are pitch competitions that happen. That gets you exposed to the right people, potential investors. It helps you tighten up your elevator pitch, things of that nature. And then we also do lines of credit. Yeah. 10,000 is our minimum for our lines of credit. And we go all the way up to $100,000. We're not expecting you to take out $500,000 your first time, because that's probably a bit overzealous for what you're trying to do at that current stage of your business. So we like to just little tiny nuggets here and there. If you need 25,000 for some working capital, 10,000 for a line of credit to support payroll, things like that, we make those available to them.
And then you guys have heard what she said, that the biggest thing that I heard was micro loan. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes we are too cute for our own britches. And when I say we, I mean me, because I can remember someone offered me a micro loan and I said, I don't even want micro pixies anymore. I need jumbo everything. But you guys have to understand, when you are building relationships, it's just that. They don't know you. You're asking someone to give you thousands and thousands of dollars. They don't know you. You need to start somewhere and develop these relationships. I have an acronym for this when you're in business. I call it BAIL. So there are 4 things that you need to really, really be in business and be transacting, right? The B is your banking relationship. Even though this isn't banking, it'll help you out with some of those functions, right? Revenue. So the other one is accounting. When you get said revenue, how do you track it? How do you protect it? How do you pay taxes on it? You need some type of accounting resource. You have to have insurance, because guess what? When you start getting loans, they are going to pull your card and say you need to have some insurance, because if something happened to you, they still need to be made whole. So don't sleep on the insurance. You cannot skip it. And then the last one is legal. You have to have a legal resource. What's awesome about FSC First is you can come in there and go into their incubator program and find a resource for all of this.
At no cost.
It's absolutely remarkable. So one of the things when we talk about that micro lending is get your feet wet. You may not be able to pull down, 50,000, 500, 1 million. Those numbers sound really, really sexy, but honestly, it's scary, because if someone gives you $1 million and you have to pay it back, it's like, how am I going to activate this money? Because the idea with money, when you're doing what they say, OPM, somebody, other people's money, the idea is to activate that money as quickly as possible and make it have little money babies so that you can pay them their money back. You can take that money and regenerate and regenerate. That's when you're scaling, right? So when I went into the program, and I first saw the program, because guys, this wasn't my first time seeing FSC First. They kept emailing me and I said, these people keep coming over here talking about this micro stuff. I don't need micro anything. I need jumbo. But I didn't understand the value in that is getting your feet wet, getting a relationship, getting some education, getting things that are going to refine the systems and processes in your business, and then getting some seed money to get to the next level. So the way that this works when you have any type of financial relationship is a rinse and repeat. They give you something. They say, we're going to try this out with you and see if this works well. Are you going to pay us diligently? Are you going to pay us on time? When you do that, guess what they do? Give you more money.
Oh, you're a great return. I love it. We love to see repeat borrowers. We love it. We're building relationships. And then we're kind of, I don't want to say we're a stepping stone. We love to have you here. We love to have you with us. But when you're ready to take those next steps, you have everything in your toolkit to do that.
Everything in the toolkit. Again, if you guys have questions, please drop them in the chat. We have our moderator, Quinn, online. She'll pop in and ask the questions so that we can hear them and we can get you the answers you need. And if you're not shy and you want to come up on the spotlight and ask your question, please do raise your hand and we'll let you right in to ask your question directly to Miss Jasmine here. So one thing as well that I wanted you guys to know that I discovered when I was in one of the courses, they actually had M&T Bank teaching the course as well as FSC First. So we had a bank and a CDFI with us every day for like, what was it, 8 weeks?
6 weeks?
It was a long time. And they fed us every time too. I was like, these people really do have food. Like food. I was like, I'll just take this on home with me if you don't mind. But so it was interesting because with a banker sitting there, she's trying to get you to come to her bank and buy products as well. What I learned about that is they work in tandem. So when you try to go to a traditional bank and try to get money and it doesn't work out, some of the banks are yoked with the community banks or the community entities like FSC First, so that if their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lending products don't work out for you, FSC First will come in and supplement and say, hey, well, we can, listen to this, guys, we can create a solution that's going to serve your business. The big thing is the impact. That is what I took away from this relationship. It's not just gimme, I want. How is your business, your plan, you guys do nonprofit? That's another question too. You guys support NPOs?
So we do not support with funding, unfortunately, but we do through our Level Up program, which is the program that Josie's been mentioning. That's our in-house technical assistance or business supportive, no cost to the business owner, one-on-one coaching, networking events, accelerator programs, workshops. Like we have an in-house Capital Matters series, which is our in-house financial literacy series. You can talk about how to implement AI in your marketing, your back office, all of that, how to read a balance sheet, all of that at no cost. We do have partners that fund nonprofits. So if you have any that are interested, we can definitely make some connections for them.
Lovely. So the big thing with receiving the funding, right, is what are you going to do with it? What is your impact? When we keep using the word impact, this is where you have to think about other people, not just you. You have to think, are you creating jobs? Are you solving an actual problem in your community? That's what these entities are saying to you when they say impact. So this is how you show up differently on paper. And I was so remarkably blessed with FSC First because I couldn't believe it. We were at an event at a graduation. Guys, I don't like pitch competitions. I literally hide away from pitch competitions, but here we are. You guys have me in a pitch competition. And what I learned from that is we actually do need those because guess what? In business, you're always pitching. I know that I'm always selling, but I'm like, I don't want to do a pitch competition. Those people just want to sit around and listen to my bright ideas and all. No, it got me together. So be vulnerable, but be vulnerable with the right people, someone who has resources for you, someone who can actually support you, someone who can actually help you. We're going to drop a couple of links. If you're someone who is ready, you're like, look, I've already done my past couple years of taxes. I've already, I could get you a balance sheet and a P&L. I, don't owe anyone any money and all these other things like the tax man. I'm in good standing. And we're going to get into that too, because there's a short list of things. Listen, it's just like buying a home if you've ever done it. That's just how I look at it. That's really what you're going to do, is get all of your financials together in one place. They have a really lovely secure portal where you'll be able to upload it. They even give you a person like, hey, if you can't get this together, we're going to give you a resource for free that's going to help you to get these documents in order. So that is what's so different with a community entity versus these traditional banks trying to sell you products. So they are designed, and then also where the revenue comes from is very different as well. So I believe that that is some of the history behind it in terms of like how you guys can help these underserved and disenfranchised businesses and things of that sort. I know the loans that I signed, and I'm telling you guys verbatim from what I see, what I know, and what I've done. That is why, again, I organized this conversation, because I saw it in black and white writing. Those funds came from the online betting and MGM brand. And I was like, really?
Yep, our VLT program.
That is outrageous. I was like, thank you guys for betting. Be careful out there, but thank you, because we needed that coin. So, but I will tell you guys, they have programs for you to fit into, right? So if you're someone who's like, I'm ready, I can get my hands on this paperwork, we're going to give you a link for that, where you can do that preliminary loan. It's not the application, but I think it's like an information
intake form, and then you'll be contacted by a business development officer to set up a one-on-one so we can kind of dive in a bit deeper to see exactly what product you fit into. You don't have to worry about the product. We do that on the back end. I know a lot of people come in, they're like, oh, I saw this on your website. I think I qualify. I want this. That's great. We love to hear it.
Yeah.
But we're going to look at some paperwork to see if this is the best fit for you.
Yes.
It might be what you want, but it might not be the best fit for you. So that's why we're the experts.
That's why they're the experts. And then the other thing is that they are so creative with the way that they deliver the products, because I was like, look, I've tried. They are also an SBA lender. I should let you guys know that. But I was working on an SBA 7A loan 2 years ago when I was doing the construction in the spa, and it didn't go the way that it was supposed to go. So it really, really messed me up. But when I went to FSC First, they were like, hey, here's what you actually need. So they'll give you, if it's a line of credit, as Jasmine said earlier, for like payroll, revolving expenses, your stock and things like that. Maybe you need a small line of credit and a static low interest loan to consolidate something. Maybe you need to roll something with a UCC if you have some other line of credit somewhere else, or maybe you're brand new and you just need that seed money. But in addition to that, you guys do also offer some grants. I saw a tech grant, and I have Marcus's online. I told Marcus about that tech grant, the cool 10,000 real quick. So that was very exciting as well. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those programs?
Yes. So we unfortunately just wrapped up our Purple Line support at the end of 24. So all of the businesses that were along the Purple Line corridor, we granted them $10,000 if they were being affected by the construction and things of that nature. We have been doing that for years. We exhausted all of the funds right before Christmas. So it worked out on everybody's favor. Right now, we are offering a $10,000 grant for those businesses who are in the quantum space, the cybersecurity, AI, $10,000. You have to be based in Prince George's County, but there's more information about that on our website. And then I can also connect you to our amazing grants coordinator who runs all of that programming. So she is like she knows it all.
I love
so I can definitely make sure we connect. And I do see a couple of questions popping up in the chat. We do serve the entire state of Maryland. We just started serving DC and Northern Virginia. I got glasses now. I can see. Like, I guess.
So that was a question. So say that one again. We do serve
the entire state of Maryland, DC, and Northern Virginia.
There you got DMV, guys. The entire DMV. So I have some of my DC business partners online. Actually, one of them is here with me in person via Beauty. But yes, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Not many people are reaching that far. You have some people that'll say, we have resources, but just around our block, nowhere else. So this is a resource that's available to businesses in the DMV. And one other note, when we talk about the programs that are on their website, you've got to get on that website. That you should be on that thing like TikTok, because I'm going to tell you, they have specific grants and loans for municipalities. I saw a buoy situation. Mount Rainier has some coin. When I was in college and I lived over there, I don't remember Mount Rainier having money like that.
Yeah,
they have like 5.5 million. Is my memory right?
Our $1 million incentive fund.
$1 million incentive, but the whole thing had like 5.5. It's money. The checks are checking over here. So that's why I'm so excited and telling you guys, because there are not lenders who are, first of all, giving you any type of range. When you walk into a typical lender and you are talking about getting some type of loans and financing and support, they're not telling you what we have from here to here. They're just telling us, who are you? Give me some receipts. Show me all these papers. And you're running around in a circle. And I've been there. You've done everything. You know, you're thinking that this is the week where they're going to approve it and underwriting is going to, guys, what a time as an entrepreneur. Because you think that you know everything someone is looking for. I have had credit that is super light skin. I'm going to tell y'all. I didn't have credit that was like 850 something. Like I was like, oh, there's no way they'll tell me no. You listen, to find a lending partner who is not solely worrying about your personal credit, because keep in mind, your business of your personal finances and the business of your business, they're two separate entities, but they do kind of work in tandem. But when you're doing your business, you really don't want your personal credit to be the sole dividing factor, because COVID happened. You could have had a divorce. You could just be brand new. You could have just lost your job and been living off of your credit for 6 months. All these other things go into the personal credit rating. So once I found out, oh my gosh, these people actually care about the impact that I'm making and what I'm going to do, I was astounded with that. So another big thing that I want people to know, and this was a question, what is a typical timeline from application to funding?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
A lot of people think because we're a non-traditional lender, we can get the money like this. If you need the money tomorrow, come back.
I figured I had talked to the COO and the CEO. I was like, oh, the check is checking, it's coming. But then they were like, here's the link, upload your doc.
Yep. Yeah. We have very traditional ways of doing things, between 45 days and 60 days for our non-SBA products. For SBA products, we're looking at maybe 90 to 120 days, because there are a lot of things that go into that. We need guarantors from SBA. There's just so much paperwork that's needed, and we want to make sure that we're doing it correct. So it is a lengthier process for SBA, but for our non-SBA products, we're also as quick as the business owner.
Yes.
If you're serious and if you really believe in the vision of your business and you have everything in order, we can be quick. Right now, we're averaging maybe 28 days from intake all the way down to underwriting and closing.
And that's really exceptional when you think about the lending process. Again, I don't know if you guys have purchased a home before, but it touches so many entities. One of the things I learned about in you guys' class too was the loan committee. Did you guys know that every bank has a committee? It's almost like the people from their board. Once you get your loan all together, you think that you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's. This thing is beautiful. I've gotten them. I even sent them my most recent pay stub and all these other things. Did you all know that there's a committee of people who sit around with every single loan packet for every single lender, and they review it as a group, and they have the final say and vote on yay or nay for your loan? Say, who is this committee? Just when they casually mentioned the loan committee to me in one of the classes, and I said, well, who are these people? My brain said, I think these people have negatively impacted my life. Because see, you're thinking that all they're lending on is this, and this. You need to go above and beyond that. I don't care what lender you're talking to, they have a loan committee. You need to be able to pop up off that paper and jump up in front of those people and speak to exactly what's going on with you. Who are you? Why do you need this revenue? What's going to happen with the revenue? Why does it matter to us? Why does it matter to this community? Knowing that made me pump in different information differently. So just the education that I got in those classes for a matter of, like I said, 6 to 8 weeks of my time, It was a matter of just showing up and being there and being vulnerable and listening to the different presenters that they have. It's so much that FSC First did that it was so amazing to me. And then when they find out you are a subject matter expert, guess what these people do? Give you a check. Oh, would you like to come in and host and teach us about your AI, your photography, your look at Marcus. Look at, would you like to come in and teach us about backlinks and and your market, your Google and your. I went in the class for the Google My Business page. I was like, audit me. The guy was like, calm down. But so this, when I say partnership that just really, really, really keeps feeding you as an entrepreneur, and then on top of everything else, it puts you in an intentional tribe. I met some people in the woman only course. It was all women of color, brown and black women from, most of us were, let's just say DMV. Most of us were Maryland, but it was a couple of us from DC. Every type of business. I met Roman Clark's Wine in there, Tia and her husband, amazing. I met people from mental health, people who had like brilliant businesses where they did adult and senior daycare, developers in Baltimore. The information that I took away and then the relationships that I took away, you can never undo it. So the value in that, I know you all are thinking, just give me a check, but I promise you,
it's more to it.
It's more to it, and you get more value when you learn how to make money babies with the information that you get. That money, once you get it in your hand and you pay one bill or you spend it, it's gone. The name of the game is to replicate and accelerate in business. You cannot keep making the same amount of money that you made the year before. With inflation and everything that's going on, we have to figure out how to replicate ourselves and our businesses to replicate the revenue and reduce costs. So the other thing that I have here on the question list was, it's two of them, two questions that were really good ones. Someone asked, are you guys available to lend to non-traditional industries that have like inconsistent cash flow? They're talking about beauty, wellness, food, and creative services. Can I answer that question? Because,
oh my God, yes.
I'm beauty and wellness. So yes and yes. So I wanted to, yes and yes. Like, that's crazy. Yes, yes. They don't discriminate. We had a girl in a cohort. When I say just the range of businesses, she was making rugs, like her business ruggable.
Tufting up. Yeah.
Tufting up. So yeah. Okay, here's another one. What is one mistake that small business owners make when seeking capital? And what's one smart move that will increase their odds of approval?
Not knowing your numbers. Not knowing your numbers, not being close enough. I understand that a lot of people, they're too busy, they're running their business. They don't have time to be in the back office, look at their financials. But when you come in front of a lender, once we see you, we see you. So we love for people to know their financial, know their numbers. What's the money going to be used for? Oftentimes people come in, they're like, hey, I need $1 million. And you're like, okay, great. So how are these proceeds going to be used? And they're like, well,
yes.
And that's it. A smart move would be being able to map out your plan for your business. Your business plan is everything. Your business plan is like your North Star, if you will. Yeah. Have a very tight business plan, know your numbers, and have the right resources and team in place around you.
And I will add to that, the business plan is not something that you do one time and then you put it down. Your business plan is essentially your North Star. It is guiding you, and it's a breathing document. That's why I like that software so much, because it aligns with everything else. You could sync it with your QuickBooks if you wanted to, but you have to know your numbers for your own personal growth. It's really embarrassing when you get in front of a banker and you don't even know what you're doing. You don't know your COGS, like your cost of goods. So you just don't know. And you're in here like, give me money. And they're like, why? And then you show up with a Maserati next week. Oh boy. Sorry. So yeah. So what's I think I've almost hit all of my questions here. Quinn, do we have any questions in the chat?
Yes, so we do have a few. So here's one of them. So do you need an LLC? And if so, how old does it have to be?
You do need to be a registered business, whether in the state of Maryland, DC, or Northern Virginia, in order to receive financing. We do fund under 2 years. It also depends on the type of industry you're in and what the goals are for the business or what your milestones are that you're trying to hit in the use of proceeds. So those are looked at case by case. Those businesses who've been operating a bit more than 2 years, same thing applies. We still require the same documents. We still need to see those projections.
Yeah.
2 years, month by month. We need to see your profit and loss statement. If you are a brand new business, for instance, we have franchises. They're brand spanking new. They don't have any revenue yet, but you have a franchisor.
Yeah.
You already have contracts in place. Those are also viable documents as well that we will take into account.
And so like LLC, INC, what other type of business registration is there? Are those
C Corp, S Corp.
C Corp, S Corp? So again, depending on what type of business you are, and I know in the beauty business, I'm an S Corp as well. So just get in there and have someone review what you have.
Yeah.
Don't take one answer and walk away. And see, that's another thing I was telling you guys about. When it's up to you and it's your business, you need to be dogmatic. You have to be in it to win it and be willing to hear, learn, adjust. Someone says you need this, then go get it. Right? It's like act like a new pair of Nikes came out. Give it that energy, right? Go get it. So these are not boundaries. These are opportunities, because trust and believe, if a bank gets you together, then you're together forever. All you need to do is maintain it. So we have to go from, your business in your living room or your kitchen to the next level, and continue to grow it so that you can mature and scale.
Thank you, guys. So next question would be, do they have any particular areas of business that they lend to? So what about entertainment related, like film or music projects? So is there a program for entertainment businesses?
Not necessarily a program, but you can still be able to take advantage of our products that we do have. We do have photographers in our portfolio. We work very closely with the Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council. We've participated with accelerator programs with them. We've had graduates. So if you've been down to the National Harbor, they actually have a storefront. We did one of our graduations maybe back in July. It was a partnership with them. So we do definitely help the creatives. There's something that we're looking to do more of. There are a few industries that we do not fund, unfortunately. So if you are in the cannabis industry, marijuana and things of that nature, nonprofits, faith-based institutions, it depends on, normally that's a no, but it also depends on what their revenue streams are coming from. So if it's more than 75% religious material, then we're unable to support them and things like that. The list, there's a few other entities that we do not fund, but those are like our major, we're open for business. We have capital. Please come see us.
You hear that? We have capital. Translate, we have money. I have been trying, so you guys know I've been transacting and working my business in Prince George's County now for almost 11 years. And I'm a Washingtonian from DC. So in DC, we're just different. We're like a foreign country. You can find a grant in Washington, DC, right? When I come to Prince George's County, I'm like, where is the money out there? It's got to be some money around here somewhere. It's the community banking. That's where the money is. You're not going to find a bunch of grants in the state of Maryland. Keep in mind, stuff has to go through Senate, it has to go through all these other things. It is a full functioning state. Washington, D.C. is a little city of federal, we're out here on the island by ourselves, us in Puerto Rico. So we're different. We have one mayor and a multi-million billion-dollar budget. But in the state, this money is trickling down from different ways and different entities and different methods. So you need to, I said, I'm going to find this money if it kills me. So I just kept showing up in these different classes, showing up in the rooms. And then it was at my fingertips the whole time. They had been emailing me. And I was like, these people keep sending me this microloan stuff. I guess I didn't scroll down far enough, because when I met, I think Mr. Stewart was the first, and then Mr. Stewart and
Chris.
No, it was the underwriter lady.
Andrea.
Not Andrea.
Dipty,
Miss Dipty.
Yeah. So our leadership team is phenomenal.
I met them in a class, and when they said those words, we have money. I was like, we have money. We have money. It was echoing. I was like, how do I get said money? So I just started scribbling. I started taking pictures of people's business cards. And I love when I talk to people and they think I'm playing. I'm thinking to myself, sir, I'm going to stalk you. They have up to $5 million. Like, do you guys, like, no one is out here saying that. No one else. So even if you got to start out with the $10,000 program, it's $10,000. Where else are you going to find it? And then because they're a community entity and not a bank, they're able to lend with terms that are so attractive.
Mhm.
Their interest rate has nothing to do with Agent Orange. Hello? So I'm be clear on what's going on, guys. I want you all to understand how heavy and big and robust this is to have FSC First. And then they actually took the time to come down here to my spa to be on this call with us and volunteered to do. She says, hey, Josie, why don't we try to make it a 3-part series? So if you guys have questions and you need this engagement, speak up. Don't think about it. Don't look at the screen and say, this sounds great.
Don't be shy. That's a lot of
not
things.
be shy.
Our business owners are very shy. I know that. Oh,
Can I ask a question? If you have been a person that has taking your own personal money, feeding the homeless, looking out for young girls, like it's always been something that we've been doing for years. Just going out of our way, but with our own funds. We want to figure out a way to one day hopefully get a building where we're taking some of these young women in, and caring for them and turning their street life maybe into getting classes, wellness, working, just changing their lives. You know, do you guys work with that?
so we do. In what way? Do you mean like providing them with financing, or do you mean
Providing like finances for a building, for a place to come to, yes, something like that.
Yes.
I think what she's asking is, do you fund nonprofits versus profit?
No, so we do not fund nonprofits. If you are a nonprofit that is looking for funding, we do have resources that we can connect you to. There's a bank that's in DC called National Capital Bank. They have a nonprofit fund. They do love for you to bank with them, of course, but you can
So
I'm sorry. I also have another question when you finish that one, but go ahead.
I was going to say really quickly, also be creative the way you think about that too, because although FSC First might not be the nonprofit entity, but if you're talking about buying a property, the property can be purchased by your LLC or your INC. You see what I mean? Like,
Okay.
yeah, and then it can house, you can see profit can house nonprofit, but nonprofit is not supposed to house profit, if that makes sense. So you can purchase, your business can own something and the activations in there are for your nonprofit all day long, no problem.
Okay. And then the other question is I'm also very, very, very looking into doing like maybe an African arts agricultural event center where people can come and really, especially with, I feel like since they've been pulling so much African American heritage out of the schools, a place where people could learn as well as, have an event space to grow and, see things, almost like a museum type of event thing.
I love it.
I don't know.
Yes, so you definitely want to get connected with the Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council. They are like our county's, God, they do so much with art. You definitely want to get connected with them, and we can definitely share some information with them from them as well. So you can kind of start working on that. And then if you look around in certain parts of the county, you have Brentwood, you have North Brentwood. Those are some of the very first incorporated cities, especially for people of color in the county. They have museums, they have African American museums. Maybe you can look into partnerships and things like that to assist as well.
Nice.
And then
Just a quick question. So
Thank
I've been
you.
with Stripe for 5 or 6 years or what have you, right? And I've gotten 3 advanced loans from them, but their rates are like crazy. And so and another issue that I have is in regards to just taxes and manage that. When is the information for your next cohort or training on the website? I can find all that there.
Yes, you can find that there. And then we're also building out our 2026 events from January through March right now. We're building those out. So definitely keep an eye out for that. You all need to sign up for our newsletter.
Yes.
Okay.
So we
Please,
need
please,
the link to the
please.
newsletter as well. We should drop that. So that way you guys will be in the know of everything that's coming down the pipeline. Queen, can you pull that from the FSC First site for me, please? That newsletter sign up link. And Marcus, I'm trying to remember which one. I feel like Level Up was the one that gave me the most preparation when you started talking about something like tax prep and stuff like that.
We do have a couple of recorded sessions that we did with one of our bookkeepers, tax-minded bookkeepers. She walked everybody through, hey, this is what it should look like when you're getting ready to file. You shouldn't be talking to your tax person just when it's tax time. You need to be talking to them the entire year so that you can build a plan. How to implement QuickBooks, if you set it up the correct way. All of these things we did offer. So I can definitely look in our portal to see if we have any, not our Zoom links, and if there were any slide decks that were associated with that as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, I look forward to working with you. Josie's been raving about it, said, Jay, you got to get on it. You too tight not to be there. So I'm here. So I appreciate the invite, Josie. Thank you again.
Yes, Marcus, thank you for being here. I'm so grateful you hopped on because I know everybody's busy and it's a crazy, like in the middle of the day thing. And then if you need some other support in terms of like accounting, don't forget I got Mary. I can link you with
I need all that.
yes.
Front facing, I'm great. Back of the house.
Your life. It changes. You're having someone that knows the CPA. You know what I mean? It's tax prep is one thing, bookkeeping is another, accounting is a whole nother thing. And there's someone who can weave it all together and give you planning so you can understand what you're doing and why you're doing it and help you to maneuver. And it's just chef's kiss. It changes everything. I don't do anything with money before I tap in with the accountant. And it's more affordable than we think it is. A lot of us, we can't afford to not have accounting. We think, I don't want that bill, but we're wasting money in other places. What if you had someone that could look at, like helicopter mom your business and look over it and say, hey, we can save money by yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, and yes, I'll link you with Mary. You'll love it.
And then to touch on that as well, get a person who understands your industry. You don't want to be in restaurant and retail and you have somebody who's dealing with cybersecurity.
Yeah, because I'm all tech. I'm all tech and marketing.
You definitely want somebody who knows your industry, especially with mentors. If you get a mentor or a coach, you need to have somebody who understands what you're trying to do and understands the industry as a whole. I also like to tell business owners to get connected with their local municipalities. Districts are everything. Everybody has a councilman, a councilwoman, councilman who oversees their entire district. They also have incentives that are available to them. They do business roundtables. Oftentimes we're a partner. We're always at their events. You definitely want to get in front of these people because these people have resources available to you. They might even have a couple of programs that are available to you. So you definitely want to know what district you're in, especially if you're based in Prince George's County. You need to get connected. Resources are everything. Relationships are everything. And if you're making the right ones at the right time,
it can change your life.
Options are limitless.
Yeah. And then also stay close to the educational institutions around you guys too, guys, the colleges, because we're talking about these resources. And I know for me as a business owner, all I hear is ka-ching, ka-ching. So when you look at legal, their legal clinics, I know Georgetown Clinic is the one that I lean on. They have one coming up in a couple of weeks, I think, where you can go in and get free legal advice. You can take your contracts into these people, and they have student attorneys who don't have their license yet, but they are working under supervision of licensed attorneys. So free legal. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You can do that for the accounting. You can do that when you want to do your trademark and patent. And all of these resources are right in front of us. For example, say you were trying to do a trademark for your business. You can go to ustpo.org. They literally have a partner college list there. You pull it up by state and they'll, same thing, it's a clinic. You can go in there, get your trademark and your patent done for nothing. All you do is pay the fees. I think it's like $200 or $250 per category. But the point is the resources. When we are trying to develop our businesses, we're making magic here. Do you know what I mean? We're creating something out of nothing, literally. So you have to be creative. You can't just sit here and think in a box. Forget the box. Put the box in the trash. I was telling people last night, when you want to buy furnishings and equipment and these big ticket purchases, there are websites where they do business liquidations. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't make it. So a lot of them have bank closures and they'll go in and auction everything in the business off, and the auction started at 20 cents. I have bought things for 20 cents, 20 pennies. I have gone to auctions, and a spa unfortunately went out of business. Some of the seats we're sitting in, these are from Neiman Marcus when they went out of business. It's called Rasmus, RASMUS. Register on there. So you have to be creative and figure out, how do I stretch these dollars? How do I make $1 out of 15 cents and not compromise quality? That's the thing, because you don't want to do it janky.
Mhm.
You know, they say you can do it right, you can do it cheap, or you can do it easy. We got to pick one or two of those. You're not going to get it right, cheap, and easy. And a lot of it takes elbow grease and work. And I want you guys to just know that there are resources out here, entities like FSC First to support you. I know they have one in DC called Life Assets. I had a question. Is there like a national list or registry of all of the CDFIs? Like, do you guys have a book or something where we can just see where all these, where's the money?
There's only 2 in Maryland. I do know that. There's one based in Baltimore, and then we're the other entity.
Okay.
You can probably go to US Treasury, because we're
We have to register there. Okay, we're gonna find that list, and I'm gonna
We'll
put
look
that
into
list on my Academy website, because that's just good to know. Like, what if your sister is operating a similar business in another state,
Mhm.
or you're in another state? Hey, Dr. Angelia, I see you from Baton Rouge. So we know that these entities are out here. Some of the other things that I've done, and I didn't even know I was working with a community bank, was a savings match program. In DC, they did that where you put in up to $1,500 and they 4X your money. They're helping you learn how to save money and everything else over the course of 6 months. So you put in $1,500 and people give you $6,000. Now, y'all know I put in $3,000, right? They had to call me and say, Miss Josie, we're not going to give you the money twice. I said, okay, it was worth a try. Okay, whatever. So, but do you guys do those save and match programs?
we do not.
Oh, man.
But we do have the link to all of the CDFIs. So you can go on OFN. Yakita Wilkinson just dropped the link into the chat.
Yes.
So feel free to look on there.
Yes,
as well.
yes, amazing. Please snag that list for the people in the Academy, because they're all over the country. All right, let's get back to some questions, Quinn. How much time do we have? Okay.
I'm on the website and I'm looking at the level up. So I see Capital Matters Coaching and Consulting Accelerate Your Growth with TEDCO Bridge Program.
Yes.
Being that I'm in tech and marketing, what would you suggest? Which program are all of them?
And,
TEDCO.
and Marcus, apply for that grant real quick too. The tech grant. It says specifically AI and da-da-da. I was like, Marcus, it's 10K.
I'm in the let me go back.
But we
I see apply for funding. Is that what you're talking about, Josie?
No, it's a grant. Like,
go to our programs page. When you scroll down to the bottom, you should see the stimulus tech grant at the very bottom. And then you should
Very bottom. Not
Like-
programs, right?
go through programs. You gotta go to the bottom of the page.
Okay, programs.
Then for
Okay.
TEDCO, you should definitely sign up for TEDCO. TEDCO, we're actually, like you said, we're a bridge partner through them. So we're able to provide technical assistance throughout the entire state of Maryland, DC, and Northern Virginia. Whether that is funding, they do a quick little assessment to see where you are and what support you can get and what support you really need. Then they'll match you with an individual, or you'll have a call with our level up manager, Yakita. She'll see where you are at your tracks. If you're ready for financing, she'll then send the email, facilitate an email with us, and then we'll have a call and kind of work our magic there.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Free of charge. Yes.
yeah,
At
do
no
the,
cost.
do the lending, but do the grant as well. And Quinn, I just sent an email to you. There is a link there that says ready for lending. So if there's anyone who is pretty good on their paperwork and you feel like you're ready to, get started, they'll help you fill in the gaps. So we're going to drop that link where it's like ready for lending. But then there's also another link where it's kind of where you want to get ready. But to Jasmine's point, I know that it's like the tail end of the year. So they're probably still working on the calendar for the 2026
Yes.
courses and things like that. But if you don't want to delay, just get your information in there and get started. I say let people know you exist.
Mhm.
Once you're on their radar, you've started. Okay, Quinn, I'm sorry. Go ahead. The next question.
Next question would be, do you fund startups and limited revenue? type of business, or do they need a sure established business?
Can you repeat the second half of your question?
Do they need a sure established business first?
Yes,
Or do you?
you need to
Okay.
be registered, established. We are startup friendly, so 2 years and under, yes.
And I would still dig deep into it because I'm seeing this from the entrepreneur. Like when they say an established business, we're talking about a registered business. Do you know what I mean? Like some people have been registered, they have their LLC or something, and in their mind, they're not ready only because they don't have a building or they don't have a suite or they're doing this site. If you have your papers, that's what we mean, like ready and registered. And so, because you can be a startup and you can be a startup for many years. I still feel like I'm a startup. Every time I implement something new, I'm a startup, right? So don't be shy. Get what you have and get over here. Because guess what? If it's something else you need to file, the county courthouse right around the corner, you pass it on your way to Chick-fil-A. Stop putting boundaries in between you and your next step, guys. Whatever it is you need, find out for real what it is so that you can get it and move on and get closer and closer to your funding. Don't say, oh, yeah, they said not really. No, it's yes. And even when somebody say no, I don't even hear no. I just hear no, not right now. Or I don't want, I act like they don't understand what I asked. I'm like, no, that's what I was saying. I was asking you, how do I get the money? So change your lens. I want you guys to know these resources are here. We don't know when they're going to vaporize. We don't know what's going to happen, especially we see it going on. If you have an idea, you have a concept, you want to activate and implement something, we need to figure out how to bring it to fruition. That's it. Yes, you can do it, but here's what you need to do in order to get it done. So don't shy away from that. So yeah. Oh, Madaraka raised her hand. Hey.
Hi, how you doing? Thank you again, Josie, for doing this meeting and getting us all informed. I have my brother on here. He came in from California, but he does live in DC as well. He is on here, and I think he had a question.
Yes.
UGO, where you at? UGO.
The
I
fans.
don't see him. Oh, he's ready. Okay. You got to take your mic off.
Oh, is he on mute?
Yeah, I don't know. I see him trying. It looks like he's trying, but I don't.
Click mute and then unmute again. Maybe that'll do the trick.
Yeah, I see him talking.
We still can't hear. I wonder what's going on with it. He's not on mute. I'm gonna mute and unmute. And then
now he muted. Okay.
click the unmute and see if it'll happen.
Or can you send his question to you in the chat and you?
Right. Okay. Good. Go ahead. Let me tell him.
And let's answer one more question while we're waiting for him to get the comms.
One question we got was, do the microloans require a PG?
No, you don't have to be in Prince George's County in order to access micro lending. We do have specific programs that are geared toward our businesses in Prince George's County. Since we are headquartered here, we do have a very strong focus on Prince George's County. But once again, we do serve the entire state of Maryland, and those funds are accessible to you as well.
Nice.
We do have a raised hand. Go ahead, Miss Kayla.
Hello. So I have a question about the tech grant. Is the grant also being offered to beauty industries that integrate quantum physics and biotech within the business?
That's a really great question, and I'm writing that down for our coordinator.
Is that what?
And if you don't mind, could you send that question to Yakita as well?
Okay.
Part of our lovely FSC team. So this beauty industry that utilizes quantum, are they eligible? That was a great question. Thank you. Thank you. That was I like that.
I like that. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Do we have another raise?
Yes, we do have another raise hand. I think it's Miss Bailey Taylor. Please unmute.
A lot of
Hey, Jasmine. Okay, so I'm another product of FSC First. I've taken their pretty much all their programs, including their accelerator program. I have nothing but good things to say. But can I get that Prince George's art, I think you said art council information,
Yes.
so I can connect with them. And I would definitely be sending you an email because I'm ready for you now. I got all my numbers and everything ready. So
I'm looking forward to reviewing that package. I'm going to email you the arts and humanities information as well.
okay, thank you. Yeah, and honestly, the level up program helped me get all my numbers that I'm at the point where I can actually go sit down with them now. So if you're thinking about it, definitely worth it.
So excited.
Yeah, their programming was on spot. Like I really, really enjoyed everything in there. And every time I left, I felt like I walked away with something. Every class, every course. So it was really, really good.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love seeing all of my level up businesses moving to funding. I'm on the other side of the house now. So before I was with Level Up, so I got to kind of be on the back end, showing them what they should be putting into their business plan, how to read their financials, all of these things. Now seeing all of the business owners like, hey, Jazz, we're ready for financing. We're ready for funding. And they send me a complete package. Everything is very full circle. And it just warms my heart. I love what I do. So thank you all for being here with us. And thank you for allowing me to share this space with you.
Thank you. And one class, you guys had even introduced us to a small business who her whole business is preparing loan packets. So just so you all know that exists.
Oh, yes.
And think about that when you all are creating your businesses too. Where's the problem? That's where businesses are. Loan packages are a problem. She goes through and helps you to do everything. I didn't even realize Mary is online with us, guys. My CPA extraordinaire, fractional CFO. Hey, Mary. Wait, we have a couple more questions. Quinn, can you help me? Because you know I can't see that far.
I was like, I just saw one with the brochure or Level Up. Right now, we don't have any accelerator programs that are open right now. We are currently kind of concluding a lot of them. Maryland, yes, for Maryland Women's Business Center, I'm not sure if the applications are still available, but they're doing Rising Founders, those who were affected by what's going on with the government and looking to pivot and get into entrepreneurship. They're doing an 8-week, no cost charge accelerator program. So we can definitely drop some links for that as well, or I'll do a little homework to see what's available out there.
Nice. I think I saw some of that on you guys' newsletter too. I saw that. That's pretty cool. So yes, guys, please utilize the resource. Copy all the links that you guys see in the chat. If you have more questions, you guys can DM Black Bella. You can also DM FSC First. They actually have their Instagram as well. You guys can always call and ask questions. I really think that it's important for us to know what's real and know what's true and know what can really, really help us. There's so much stuff going around right now, like just in the internet, and it's work involved, but there are entities like the CDIFs that are designed, they exist to help small businesses and nothing more. So we have to know that, and we have to take advantage of them. So was he ever able to get his mic on? No.
Well,
did we have the question?
I was like, I can leave my email address with everybody as
Sorry, he got on the call with his attorney. I didn't realize that. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate you guys for joining us. The call is recorded, so I'll post it on my YouTube. I think if you guys want to post it on yours too, you may. But this will be the first of many chats. And you get a light bulb and something comes up and you think of it later, reach out to us. But please leverage the resource. I am living, breathing proof that it works and you can do it. It's nothing spectacular or special about me other than my tenacity. You're not gonna tell me no. I'll be to follow Jasmine home. I know you got that money. So that's the only thing different about me and some other people. But use it, guys. Leverage it. It'd be great. And have a happy holiday season to you guys too. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josie.
Thank you. This has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. This was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you.